I must have drunk a bit more than I thought I did yet last night, because I did go do the happy hour, and then I went to the office afterwards. I don't know how long I was there for, but I remember getting the taxi back. So I've been worse. I was much worse the other time. I got a grab taxi back, so because I had the computer with me, so I didn't want to take the chance of putting it in the backpack. But when I'm coming back, unless I'm not, if I've had a bit to drink, I really should take a cab instead. But it was a good night at number 5 bar. The only downside was that Carl, the crazy Korean guy, he just became insufferable. He just kept talking at me continually, and he then started lighting up, and I just gave it the excuse that I can't handle the smoking, and moved across the other side of the bar to get away from him. And that's where a guy named Hank, a 66-year-old Vietnamese guy, he has dealt with Carl a few times, and yeah, he finds him hard to handle. So he has the same impression I have. He just doesn't shut up, but he's very tolerant. But yeah, I just couldn't handle it. I mean, I copped it the previous Tuesday, and he's going to do exactly the same thing, just talking total crap, and just continually raving on about nothing, and it just gets tiresome. The guy Hank was quite interesting, nice guy. He lives in Saigon. He's Saigon born and bred, and he spent a couple of years in the US, I think Kentucky, and he didn't like it at all. He spent time in Australia. He preferred Australia, and but I spent a few days. I don't think he spent that much time in Australia, actually, when I think about it. I think that was actually Carl who spent more time in Australia. But anyway, he thought that that was fairly racist, actually, in Kentucky. So that was interesting. He didn't have a good time. But he speaks 5 languages. He's both Mandarin and Cantonese and Malaysian, and some others as well. Oh yeah, French. A little bit of French. And what was the other language? Yeah, quite amazing, you know. And he also he lives up where the big tower is, the tall tower, the 80-story one, the new one. So it's quite a distance from here, from number 5 bar, I should say. But he rode his bike from there. It took him about 25 minutes. I thought, gee, that's pretty good effort for a 66-year-old. Very impressed. So he's pretty fit. So I guess he can afford to indulge in a bit of booze. Yeah. So anyway, it was a good night. The mix of people is different. Not so many Europeans at the bar now. It's more Asian. I'm inside today. I just missed out on the last outside table. They just got. I came in to get the menu, and that in that time a couple of people took the table. So yeah. The 3 on the menu. The number 1's a bit different. So I had 2 the previous time. Now I'm having number 3, and I'm not sure how different it'll be, but we'll give it a go, and it might be tastier than the other one. You never know. Yeah, I don't like this as much. It's just like the meat is actually not thinly sliced, but in sort of rounds like that with the fat around. I haven't tried this before, but I don't really like it that much. Yeah, I prefer definitely the thin slices, so this is not a winner for me, unfortunately. Just got my cafe cider anyway, so that's good. A bit disappointing, unfortunately. It just doesn't taste as good. There's too much fat in the whole mix for my liking. Yeah, the lady there was quite surprised I didn't eat all the meat there, because there's rounds of meat. It's like it's the vertebrae or something, I think, and they cut into sections. And it's got a like gristle on the outside, and with the meat inside, and she tended to think it was one of the best cuts, you know, the best pho there is. So very, very popular amongst Vietnamese apparently, but not to my taste. And I tried to ask her, do people eat the gristle as well, but I couldn't really convey what I was asking to her. So yeah, anyway, that was a bit of a failure for me in any case. Even if it might be a Vietnamese favourite, it's not a Doug favourite. Well, it's rare to see a bit of sunshine here. It's quite nice for a change. Haven't had much of it. I'm going to try to get to the Crescent Mall and do a bit of supermarket shopping. Felt a bit seedy in the morning. I still obviously hit the grog pretty hard last night. It's taken me a bit this time to recover. It's good to get out of the hotel room though, get a bit sick of it. So it's nice to wander down outside. It's not too oppressive, it's not bad. Well, this is a treed street, so it makes it a little easier. So I don't think I'll be hitting the bars tonight. I'll have a break again. I can't do it every night. And so Friday night's not a great night to go out anyway. It's too busy. So maybe tomorrow night we'll see. I've certainly got to go to the local bar to watch the football. There's that place, it's weird, good bread, but doesn't seem to be actually selling Vietnamese. I don't know what that's about. Very strange. Anyway, we'll go right down here. And there's a park down here which I haven't explored yet. We'll go right down the end here. Should be able to divert to the left. And then cut across the main road and get across that to Crescent Mall on the other side. So we'll see how we go. Get a bang me just over there in that corner there. So a lot of traffic here. Yeah, so right over there. So ridiculous amount of traffic. It's a lot more congested than the other side. So that's an option, but it's not called bang me. It might be a Korean variation on it. It's definitely the roll. I can see that in the photo, but it's got a different name, Chen or something. So that might indicate that it's a Korean hybrid. But that could be interesting. Although my experiment today didn't go so well. That oxtail Pho Bo wasn't that great. This place doesn't even look like it's open. It's so quiet on the outside. I was wondering whether it had been closed down or something, but no, the supermarket's definitely operating downstairs. And they've got an interesting way of looking after bags. They basically use a tag to tie it up so that you can't open the zip on your bags while you're shopping, and then they just use scissors to cut them open when you go to the checkout. So it's quite a good system in a way, because rather than just rejecting someone's got a bag, which is a real pain in the ass, because if you're travelling on foot like me, you need it. So they actually they don't reject you. They just, the security guy just twists a couple of these little tags around to secure the bag. It's quite good actually. Good idea. And it's so much nicer shopping there. I didn't get any nuts. That's the one that always seems to be a problem, especially getting peanuts seems to be an issue in this country. But what I got everything but that. I even got some yogurt. So it didn't cost much, and it's much easier shopping there than at a co-op, which is really hectic and crowded. This is more like a Western supermarket. Well, it's a Western supermarket chain. It's not a local co-op, so it's quite a pleasant place to shop. So that was one of the reasons I actually chose to stay here, because I knew I had access to Crescent Mall. Although it's a bit further to walk than I imagined. But probably a similar distance to last time. It's just on the other side of the road, so I've got to cross that road, of course, which is fun. But yeah, it's alright. I'm glad I got out of the way. Still got my old bloody hard disk in the bag. I forgot to take it out because the guy gave it to me with the computer. So anyway, so that's good. I got that done. It's been on my agenda to get done. Got a bit of cheese as well. So I got the crackers here so I can make up my little snacks and stuff if I want. It's sort of a hybrid sort of Western type diet with my Vietnamese diet. I'll go back to the Hanoi place tonight. And I just can't possibly hit the bars again tonight. No way. So it's going to be every second day. So probably tomorrow unless I'm feeling cooked. So it takes me about half a day to recover after having a big night like that. So I wouldn't want to go out again tonight and just be tempting fate. The trouble is I could do the happy hour at number 5 bar, then I was planning on not going to the other bar, to the office, but I did. So that's the danger. I turn up there and I'm already pissed and drinking more. That's just not a good combination. So I might just go to the office tomorrow night. We'll see. And that would be around 8 o'clock. So it'll be a late start for me. The grabs may not be cheap though. It's Saturday night, so I'm not sure. During the day, weekdays, only about 41. It's so cheap to get up there, 41,000, which is, what's that, $2.50? Something like that. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.